Kate. Let's go.
He left.
I know, man.
We're live.
I think he had
Intro music. Cue.
Is he with Hov and them now? That's what I assume.
I don't know what he doing.
First of all, we live.
I look despondent.
That wasn't it. No.
I look despondent beyond repair.
Tim, I'm going in.
First of all, we live.
Yeah. DMV. You know what time it is. None other than the BASSLINE podcast presented by the Everyday Weekend. I'm your host as always, Capo. Feeling good, feeling great. To the left of me is none other than my good man and Young Mitchell we trust. What's good, brother?
What's good? How you living?
I'm good. I like that you're nervous at the start of every show now. Like you don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say.
See, but here's the thing, right? I blame Sweezo because ever since Sweezo just went on this tear of just cyberbullying me, you've had more ammo than usual. So I don't know where you're gonna draw from.
Well, see, so it started with just me making up new nicknames for you. Now I have a compadre,
It's
and
like,
so it's a dynamic duo.
yeah, it's like
It's like Key and Peele.
it's like when they do the fusion
Penn and
dance.
Teller.
When they do the fusion dance.
Ringling Brothers.
On Dragon Ball Z. The fucking Ringling Brothers. Jesus Christ. They don't even have a circus no more.
All right, it was there for long enough.
Speaking of that, I do kind of want to go to the circus. I feel like
You
that'd be fun.
You would? Do you go to a black circus?
I would. The Universal Soul Circus.
Yeah. You ever been to Cirque du Soleil?
No, that's
Was that
above,
an Italian circus? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I just know it's above my price point.
It's definitely European,
Definitely European.
but it is lit.
Okay.
It's above my price point.
I'll never forget when they took us high school, because I went to an all-boys school, mind you, DeMatha, to Circus du Soleil, and none of us knew what it was. They just sat us down in this dark auditorium, and the show started, and it was incredible. But we was definitely acting like some niggas. 'Cause,
Hey, yo.
yeah,
That's appropriate. I like it.
we was all impressed, though.
Impressed.
That's what's up. Last but certainly not least, we got our guest in the building. He ain't even last. I still got to introduce the man that was speaking. But next up, to the right of Young Mitchell.
That's my left.
Yeah.
That's
You
my
are right.
left hand.
Yeah. To the left of Young Mitchell, the man responsible for one of the most interesting curse outs I've ever received in my life.
Wow.
It was a great one. One of
Okay.
my best. Some of my best work.
The good man, who's Los is in the building. Welcome back.
Yo, what's good, y'all, man? Happy to be here, man. Yeah, it's your boy Who's Los, man. WHOSLOS on everything, and we here.
Yes, sir. And then last but certainly not least, the good man Raza Ra, behind the scenes making it happen.
What's good, party people? What's good?
Yeah, man. It's been an interesting weekend. I want to get straight into just this conversation with Los because, like I said, he's responsible for one of the most diabolical curse outs I've ever received. Like my mother's never cursed me out that way.
That's good. That's good.
So
I'm glad I could be the standard.
let me set the stage for you, Los.
Okay, talk to me.
It was a podcast day. This was back when we were in our COVID format where it was pretty much just me, Tim, and Raza.
Okay.
And Tim had texted me, and I'm not even going to pretend like I remember exactly what he texted me. But he texted me something in reference to the project being wrapped up or close to wrapped up, something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Your project, isn't it? I swear I'm not in the trap.
Exactly.
Okay. And so I think my response was like, what did I say? Because I pissed you off, so I'm sure you remember.
It was. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was actually very dismissive.
Hmm.
That's how I received the
That's how you
message.
received it. So it was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Like it was like, all right. Apparently he wanted some more excitement from me.
Okay.
So we get here to pod, and before we even get the pod started, this man's on a tirade.
Okay. I like
He's
that.
going off.
I like that energy.
I've been working on this thing, and we're trying to move correctly, and I tell you that the project's done, and all you say is, cool. or whatever the fuck I said. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was dismissive in nature.
It was cool. It was cool.
According to this young man.
Gotcha.
Right? So I'm like, all right, bro. Well,
He's missing a very important part.
Okay,
that
go
led to
ahead.
this. But no, finish.
oh
because-
wait, he pulled up drunk. Is that
Yes.
the part?
Okay.
So
And no, but it was something that you said before that, and then.
well, let's keep things in order. What did I say?
Oh no, because
Oh,
we had
no.
a previous conversation
Mm-hmm.
where you said I don't care about anything, and you say that a lot. So then, what fueled all of that was one, me being drunk, and two, me showing you that I care about something that I worked hard on, and I take it. Your response I took as dismissive. So that's a juxtaposition there.
Okay.
Love the passion, by the way.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So, somewhere in there, we got to the point where I was like, everything you're saying is valid. Like, he was like, we did this, and we went through this with the beats, and then the recording process, and the this and that. And I was like, it's the first I'm hearing of any of this.
Okay.
And so I think, in that moment, the validation or the the sentiments he was looking for from me, I didn't have because I didn't have the data of we did this and we did that.
Sure.
I heard, I think Again and Again and maybe one other song.
Okay.
And then I didn't hear anything for almost a year, not knowing what y'all was going through.
Right.
So when he's like, yo, the album's done, I was like, 2 years later. Like, that's what I said. I said 2 years later. Right? Because, like,
It was some.
I was excited about this
Yeah.
when we first was on live and everything. Like, I was like, let's go. And
Yeah,
we
when-
talked about it and we talked about it and then it got quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So I had kind of been like, okay, maybe that's not happening. I don't know what's going on. 'Cause
Right, right.
I wasn't getting the information, right? So I got cussed out on my lack of information. I think there were several fuck yous.
It was more than several.
Okay.
He like almost walked out a couple times.
Wow.
And so now the project's here, and we're good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Side note: don't drink with your boss. Their goal is to get you fucked up.
Okay.
They want to see you fucked up.
Indeed.
They
How
want to
can
see you
handle
fucked
yourself?
up.
They need to know where your limit is, so they know for future reference.
That's valid.
So, needless to say, while I'm getting cussed out, my girl is on FaceTime.
I forgot that part.
Not on my phone, on my computer. She's getting a wide frame view
1080p.
of her man getting cussed out
In
about
4K.
information that was not divulged to him.
Okay.
All right. So I want you to know that it's your fault.
Got you. Well, I would like to respond to that. I think that first of all, in Young Mitchell, we trust. So that's the first thing. I think the passion that my team displays for projects that we work on is exquisite. So that 10 out of 10 performance from Young Mitchell was definitely appropriate. I think that based on his status at the time, that it could have been dealt with a little differently, maybe. And, I do understand where you're coming from. Strays in front of your lady is definitely not the place to be.
I just don't think I needed to straight. Like, we could have had a conversation.
Sure.
Like, we didn't even record that night because he cussed me out for like an hour straight before I got a sentence in, for real.
Wow.
It was probably like 30 minutes. It was an hour.
Okay.
I mean, there are witnesses in the room.
Nah, it was a good 45 minutes. It was a break.
Over, under. All right. I got less space. All right. So,
Yeah, we'll go with the average.
We'll go with
Like,
the average 45.
The mean of the situation.
yeah, because you were being mean. So, that makes sense.
That's fair. You didn't deserve that.
So, the thing that stuck with me through the whole cuss out, right? And this is what I really want to talk to y'all about. And obviously, Los, it's your project, so it's mainly you.
Yeah.
The thing he kept saying was, you always talk about artists not moving appropriately. They're not moving correctly.
Sure.
And we're trying to do that, and you just disregard it. What is moving correctly? Because I don't feel like I ever gave you a rubric. Where I was like, you got to do this and this and this. I know I talked about a whole bunch of shit that ain't it, but I don't think we ever had the conversation of.
So what I took it as is not doing the stuff that you say ain't it. So
Okay.
and you have a laundry list of that.
I do.
So it leaves very little room.
Nah, there's still a whole lot of room.
I mean, but it cuts out a lot of it.
Okay. So, give me the correctly parts of the rollout for this project now that it's here. Like, because I think you can even speak to it with that hindsight 2020, right? Because the project's been out for what, 2 months?
Yeah, a couple months now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of hindsight on it.
Yeah, we're pulling up on 3.
Where you could say, okay, we thought this was going to work and it didn't. We thought this was not going to work and it did. Or we thought this was like a solid idea and it proved to be that. Like, where are you guys at now with your thoughts around the project release, the rollout, the aftermath, all of that?
Sure, you want to take that first, or
You go for it.
all right. So yeah, I think first and foremost, thanks for the insight. I appreciate that. Doing the the work on the project. I swear I'm down the trap. For those who don't know, man, it kind of was the birth child of just some ideas. I know, right? We live, right? It was the birth child of just some ideas of myself. Coming off my last project, better yet, and Tim and I worked on that based on the marketing. We got a lot of the questions, answered from you when we were working on Better Yet to go into Isn't It. And from there, at least upon the release, has been, just doing the right things that we have been doing, have been reaching out to these certain outlets to get just more listeners on. I think, for one, the music is really great, but getting these connecting ties to get it to more people to listen to is definitely one, based on the sound that I'm producing. And also just working it, like, on the hands foot emails and sending to people. That's what we've been doing for the most part. And content around that as well. So like videos, storyline, things to connect the story to the album. I think that really worked out well.
Okay.
I would say the biggest thing is more work on the back end as far as marketing and less work on the front end. So like, I feel like we kind of dragged the rollout out a little bit, and then
Well, go ahead, never mind.
And then once the album got here, I realized that we should have been planning for what happened after the album dropped more instead of what we were doing beforehand. So pre-marketing and post-marketing, I think we should have focused more on post-marketing.
I agree.
I think most artists should, to keep it a bean. I think there's a lot of artists are putting a lot of effort into like the previews and like what a lot of artists on the come up do is what they see the artists that they respect do.
Sure. Yeah.
But the artists that they respect generally are pretty fucking out here.
Yeah, they already
right?
gone. Mm-hmm.
And so their general ask of their consumer can be a lot more than an up and coming artist. And I think a whole lot of I'm about to drop some music. This is what, the eighth note sounds like and all of that. I think people grow tired of the game and you miss the wave.
And I think that's what we kind of fell into.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we even get into like if that's a good or bad thing, what makes you feel that way?
I feel that way because it's just we did stick to our time where we wanted mid of August, right? And we did stick to that. And a lot of projects, being just in the corporate world or in any world, they don't stick to deadlines the majority of the time.
That's fair.
So I am proud of us for sticking to that with the hiccups we went through.
Sure.
But I will say that people's attention spans are not built for like they're short.
100.
Yeah. So I would say on this album we did like a month in advance. I think we probably should have did 2 or 1 week in advance. Like, hey, this is coming out, and then just go take all the effort we did for that 1 month and just combine it into those 2 weeks.
I would say though that agreeing with Tim on the rollout and pressing it for the back end, that we're still in the process. Like, the process is still going. This is not. I mean, the project has been out for 2 months now, and I get to your point about the short attention span of the audience, but this is still in a process as it's still going. Like, Isn't It is not a one of those projects that gets dropped and okay, we fizzle out. I mean, maybe we're not doing the best on the back end of the marketing right now, but it's not gone forever. So there's still things that are in the works to get Isn't It just more eyes and more exploration for the audience, things like that, because it is definitely some dope music there where just needs to get the right ears on it for sure.
Okay.
And I think there's a fine line between marketing and like bothering people, and like how do you find that? because I would say like, yes, we've emailed DJs millions of times, but like even like we get a few responses and they say, yo, the project's dope, but like we need more. Like it's just
They need more what?
and so we need more, like more engagement, and like we're trying to find how do we do that.
So you email the DJs the project
with
right?
the EPK attached,
EPKs,
and
messages, like
a full excerpt.
invites. Yeah, full
Okay.
excerpts of these DJs.
So and then they respond and say the project's dope.
And well, I know Loud and Not, they respond and say, yo, we've actually like played this once or twice,
Like outside.
yeah,
Okay.
and which is appreciated greatly.
What songs are they playing outside?
Again and again.
Okay.
Absolutely, it's out there everywhere. Go get that. Hell yeah.
That's been what I said, but that's tight that the DJs feel what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Never
that's
been
why,
DJ.
and that's why it was the lead single.
Yeah, no, it's a good song. So you got two DJs, which, at least I know you for sure have relationships with that gave the music a chance
Yeah,
and liked the music.
absolutely.
All right, and I wonder how much you think your music having a chance is relationship based.
I think it's 100% relationship based,
Yeah,
because those are the only two that really, really responded. Like we got playlists, but I also, it's not even the fact that like I think DJs and outlets, they just see our shit and disregard it. It's just like those inboxes be busy.
but I also think that it's relationship based and taste based. You know, I've been told. I think we were at the RPM mixer, and I was asked about, do you have a club song? Now, there's DJs for all types of occasions. You know what I'm saying? And maybe my songs don't perform well in a club, maybe so and so. But there's DJs for all types of occasions. So I think the first thing to go for a club banger is not necessarily my goal per se, but to get it in circulation. So a DJ breaking a record or spinning a record in a environment where it is suitable. You know, so I think it's also a taste.
I don't think you have club songs. I think you have lounge songs.
Sure.
I think you have songs that would be fine over hookah and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
That's perfectly fine too.
But not
I'm not going to.
not we spraying the bottles
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly.
Nah, we're not doing that.
We bought a bottle though for sure.
Yeah,
not
but
doing-
like
we
we
not doing-
chilling.
We're
Yeah.
actually gonna drink this bottle
Yeah,
instead
exactly.
of make the floor sticky.
We're not doing that.
We're
Crazy
drinking it.
yeah. No, I get it. So before I go on with more of my questions, Tim, do you have questions for him? Because I'm kind of questioning both of y'all because I got cussed out. So I feel
This is the interrogation right here.
Yeah. So my question for you, Los, would be, what made you ask me to be a part of this project?
So
I never asked you that question before.
Yeah, that's a great question. I've definitely expressed this to other folks as well. I don't know if I've expressed it to you before, but it was definitely because I needed help. You know, so I think that everyone, in some way, shape, or form, you can't do it all by yourself. I knew just based on relationships, there's knowledge there, and I'm always a heckler for like knowledge, how to learn something new, how to better myself. And we didn't know each other, you know. I've definitely been around, just seeing how, you know, the Everyday Weekend team moves, Young Mitchell yourself as the personality, and just getting to know you was more of like it was a good idea. It was like, hey, this guy has drive, this guy has some initiative, and you have your own personal goal. So it was like, if we had to team up together, we could both share each other's personal goals, but also get to where we need to go. So yeah, it was definitely learning the knowledge. I knew you got a pipeline towards knowledge that I was in seek of, you know.
Interesting. It's a good response. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You already know, man.
well,
Feel me?
now I'm gonna send that question right back at you and say, why did you choose to do it? Why did you choose to participate in the project? Because you could say no, like I've done it.
Yeah.
I've definitely be like, yeah, I'm not trying to do that. And it wasn't because I didn't like the artist, and it was just like I'm not even gonna be able to give you the best version of me right now. I'm doing this and this and that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Life could have been lifing, but I've definitely turned down shit. So like,
I think it was multiple things that came into me accepting that. Because one, I saw it as a new challenge because I've never done this before. Two, it was the first time somebody's ever asked me. Damn, that's terrible. It was the first time somebody has ever asked me to A&R a project, and people have always like said it in passing, but nobody's ever asked. And so it was the first time somebody asked me, and I actually liked Los's music beforehand, and so I was like, why not? It's summer 2020. We ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and try it.
Not mad at you.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this space after the release,
yeah,
obviously the promotion stuff exists around video,
yeah,
around clips of songs.
yeah.
I see you doing some personal content, like just like conversational type stuff.
Yeah.
And I see you doing shows. I'm always interested in artists' thought process around what shows they want to be on, which shows they accept, which shows they go to, as someone who curates shows. Because I often find a lot of parity in how long someone's been performing and what they're looking for.
Okay.
So I asked you that because I've watched you perform. Like, I was introduced to you and your music through Open Gym. So I know I've been watching you perform for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
And so I would love to hear your perspective on, like, all right, project's out, showtime. What are we doing?
I think that so when it comes to shows, you definitely, when it comes to what shows I'm performing at, I definitely want to it's a couple of things that go into mind. The crowd, the show, based on the climate of the show. So who may be also on the show with me? Is it a show? And that question, the framework, is it a show? Because you got shout out to Open Gym, any open mic. There's open mics, then you have showcases or shows. So I try to get, if I'm going to open mic, I'm going for open mics type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for the crowd. This is something I'm kind of get some back to Open Gym again, like, get my reps in, versus a show where I'm expecting maybe only 3 to 4 people playing. That's when you come in and I just bring out a different level of myself, because now I got, like, maybe have a longer time, maybe have a little more experience with an audience that's not an artist themselves. So yeah, I think going forward, it's like I want to circumvent this my shows to more audience members instead of, like, artists in the crowd types of, like.
So I get the audience piece, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that there is value in artists that are fans of you?
I think there is, if the artist is a fan of me. The artist has to be a fan of me. He can't. I mean, like, I'm a fan of artists, but I'm also a fan of artists, if that makes sense. Versus an artist that's in the crowd that may or may not be a fan of me.
So you're wait, say that I'm a fan of artists, but
I'm a fan of artists, and it's not only in the space where the artist is performing. So
you saying real fan?
Yeah.
Got you.
I mean, when we're saying using fan, that's what I'm thinking of. Like,
No. I get what you're saying. Like you exhibit fan behavior, as in, like, I listen to this music. I share that I listen to this music.
Sure.
I may buy tickets to see this music. I may buy merch for. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
The way I interpreted it the first time you said it was like I'm a fan of artists. As in, like, people who are
people who are artists, guys.
No. Like, just like, there are people that are just like, oh, you create things, that's great, and they just support it. Right. That's just a fan of artists for the sake of being artists, right? So that's one way you could say it. And then the other side is, of course, I'm a fan of this artist, that artist, XYZ.
Exactly.
Both mean something to me, so that's interesting. So you pick the shows based on fans you can have, or potential fans in the room, and the depth of that crowd.
Yeah, it's like where does it all go back to my point about, like, artists who are fans of me, or deem to be fans of myself, versus a member in the audience who isn't an artist, who came to the event to see artistry, other artists and things like that. I think that those who are not artists who are in the crowd weigh a little bit more value, because like those are their listeners, or those are the users rather, who are going forth in the day to day, who are going to play the song, who are going to share the song. Versus if I'm an artist and I'm also a fan of you as an artist, I still got my job to do as well. So it's like how much support can I truly show if I'm really also working on myself? Not saying you can't, but how much can I really show that I'm a fan, or be deemed a fan of another artist, versus a audience member who's not, who like, hey, like this is what I actually fuck with.
So I think that raises an interesting question, because it's like, if we're in a room where up and coming artists are, right?
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, the person you're looking for is a fan of artists.
Sure.
The former we talked about, right? Where they just like people trying it.
Yeah.
But the artists in the room are real fans of people. Like they're the same ones that go spend the $200-$300 on the Kanye or Kendrick ticket, and they buying the merch, and they participate.
Sure.
So like I think the interesting part and the fun in all of this is finding the person in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're creative and they respect creative stuff, but they probably just have a regular 9 to 5 and they consume.
That's a great user. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Have you guys figured out, or you figured out, who that person is for you and how to speak to them?
I think
And like how to keep them?
So there's some UX design around that for sure. Some user experience design. I've been working on myself privately just to think of some who are my users and what do they do, and just going down that whole rabbit hole of trying to figure out those folks so that we can target that marketing to them. I think that there's a level of taste as well that kind of goes into, so that go back to the UX design, user experience design for those who don't know. So yeah, just figuring out who those users are. I think they are there. I think there's more research that needs to be done, especially trying to find them.
But it also goes back to the point where I wish we would have focused on post-album marketing a little bit more, because if we would have did that before,
it wouldn't be a problem right now. Yeah, I agree.
So what's stopping? Because there's a lot of like y'all saying what y'all would have done in the post, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're still in the post.
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
What I said, the project isn't dead.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I mean, but we started out saying that like we're still working on it right now to find it. It's not like we just gave up and said fuck it. Like nah.
Well, are you looking for it, just looking, or are you at least shooting the ball?
We haven't shot the ball yet, but
shoot the ball.
Yeah, the ball, the play really is to back to shooting the ball. The play is really to circumvent this area. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is to branch out, outside of the local DMV area, and then go find them and use the analytics, the research that we're using. So the UX design around like, okay, who listens to this type of music? What are these connections to the stories that's in the lyrics and like that to these certain people? And then find those folks, using shows, using the analytics and trying to get to those, and then recycle that play outside of the area that we live in, and bring it back home and see and test those waters back and forth.
Got you. So yeah, start that yesterday.
Okay.
Like, yeah, what we doing?
Absolutely.
All right, Los. Now I gotta ask you a serious question.
Let's go.
There was a Instagram post
Yep.
that we went back and forth on, that I believe was yours.
Yep.
Yeah. And you were talking about an open mic festival.
Yep.
I want to talk. What is that?
All right.
To you?
So I'm glad you asked that question. I definitely prepared for that question, and even wrapped my head around that question based on the conversation we had back then. So a festival, I looked it up because the question you posed to me then was, what is the means for a festival? It is a group of people coming together to celebrate something.
So that's it.
That's a festival.
Ugh.
No, you can do that with music, food, and things like that as well.
Yeah.
So what my idea was, and in 60 seconds. You don't have enough time to go through that in a reel. But my idea was definitely in the idea of celebrating the open mic.
Okay.
So it's a festival of open mics. And this is how I kind of like saw it in my head. I'm a user. I go to an open mic every single Monday. I work on Mondays, but I go to an open mic every single Monday. I'm a jazz pianist, but I love rap. But I go to open mic on Mondays. Now, at an open mic festival, if it's an event, something like that, how I see that is that, boom, you got all these open mics that's been supported around the city. So many open mics. Definitely.
So wait. So that was where I was confused.
Yeah.
What are these open mics? Like, not to disrespect anybody, but like, I don't know of a lot of consistent, like,
Sure.
like, absolutely, we got Keys to the City.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he been doing this thing for years and years and years and years. But I don't know of a lot of other ones. I know some joints in Baltimore.
I think that's the whole point of my idea of the open mic festival. You don't know a lot of open mics. Not saying they don't exist, but we don't know a lot of them. Not saying, but there are a lot of them. So back to my point, it's like the user who goes to a jazz open mic who also likes rap only goes to the jazz open mic. He doesn't know about the rap open mic.
So you're talking about all genre open mics.
It's a festival celebrating open mics.
Okay.
So it's open mic festival. So my point of bringing open mics, other open mics who are existent, who are stable together, was definitely in the idea like, okay, cool. Think about the users who don't know about your open mic because they only go to the jazz open mic. They only go to the R&B singing open mic. But they want to have an experience of going to a different genre open mic or a different type of, or if it's multi-genre, a different vibe of open mic. You may not know that this one exists because you only frequent your, I'm gonna throw one out there. The Anacostia Art Center has open mic. Whether it be known or not known, they have one. As local people go to that thing, but they might not know of an open gym. They might not know about the AV sessions. They might not know about any other open mic that's going on in the
AV
city.
sessions another one. My fault. I forgot
You know what I'm
to shout
saying?
out-
They might not know just based on the environment that they're in, the news that they're getting from whoever.
See, I'm thinking you talking about just within like the hip hop R&B space. I'm like, there's only a few of that are doing that regularly.
And I'm glad I got to clear that up because that wasn't my thing. Like
because then there's the whole game plan of like, we're just gonna add an open mic to something else.
Yeah.
We're having a show and it'll be like 4 artists or something. They put a show together. Then they be like, and add an open mic.
Yeah. That wasn't the idea at all. The idea when I mentioned like numbers or getting artists, and I mean it was arbitrary for sure. But the idea was that, okay, boom, back to the open mics in different sectors. People who go to this open mic over and over again. There's definitely people there who like represent it very well. Who can say like, this is the love, this is the vibe that we bring at our open mic. Like there's puffin poetries out there where like the potheads go, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if I'm a pothead, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, I'll go. But the point being is that there's open mics that have a certain culture to them. So if I'm a random guy who's like, I just came to DC and I don't know, I want to get into the open mic scene, but I don't know which open mic scene I want to taste. Like, here's a place or an event or whatever the case may be where I can like get a taste of all these open mics. Like, ooh, I like the culture over there. And that's on a Monday too. I'm off on Mondays. Great. I'm not off on Thursdays, but I can definitely make it to this open mic on Thursdays. And now, instead of going to one, I'm going to multiple in a week.
So it sounds like it should be more like not a fest, but like a restaurant week feel.
But isn't that still a festival? It's a celebratory. It's a celebration of.
I think when we put the word music, which this is, and festival together, it speaks to a certain grandeur.
But that's their fault. That's not my fault.
No. But I'm talking about the perception if we were to call this thing a festival.
Sure.
Right. They're not wrong for thinking that because of where festivals have grown to.
Sure.
But what I think what you're saying would function much better in like a restaurant week setting.
I mean, either way,
all of these, so that way everybody's on their home court showing their best shit.
Either way, but
And it's like a pass you get for the week.
I see that, and that can work. I mean, I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm not saying that my idea wouldn't work either. I think that the issue came around the word festival and what that means to people versus what the definition of festival is.
I think festival was part of it for me. I think thinking of it in the genres that we mainly touch,
sure,
as the people sitting here. But when you talk about, okay, because I know the jazz world don't know nothing about what we doing, and we don't know nothing about what they doing, and
right.
then I get what you like. I get what you're saying as far as the genre breakdown thing. Yeah, I don't know the festival part. I mean, I guess it could be a small festival.
And that's all it is. Like, it doesn't have to be a huge festival. I think where I got a little disgruntled was the idea of festival. When you hear festival, you people immediately go to those grandiose festivals. But
only for music though.
sure. However,
if you had, like, a yarn fest, it might be at the rec center.
there are small festivals all over the country that go on year round. Like, all over the country, festival, and it's still a festival. It's still a celebration of something that we're and we add music, food, whatever people
Like
things.
the Renaissance Festival.
What you can name a festival,
legs.
it's
We
still
missed the beer festival.
it's still a
Food truck.
festival. It's still a festival, nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? So I think where my challenge was, and I'm glad the response I got was really great because it gave me some UX. But the thing is with a festival, it is what it is. It is. We're coming to celebrate something all together. It's coming to to educate people as well. And ultimately, if this festival hypothetical was to even happen, I just think that it would do a lot for my community and what's going on. So that I'm a multi-hyphenate artist. I'm an artist at the end of the day. Like, I rap, do it very well, and a lot of people who do a lot of things very well, but they want to spread their wings as well. So I think something where they could all be there at once is great.
So here's my final question on this subject.
Sure.
You spoke about not really wanting to do a lot of performing in rooms full of artists.
Sure.
I feel like an open mic festival, because there's a chance for everyone to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Of all these genres, there's going to be a room full of artists. Or
Now,
a field.
I'm not saying that I got to be the one to perform there. I mean,
I'm not.
yeah.
Not even if it's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel like that sentiment that you share for other artists too. Like, you want them to be successful.
Absolutely.
Cool. I don't want to make you out to be a devil out here. So with that said, right? What makes this good for the artists?
Once again, this festival is to promote open mics.
So
like,
they find their homes.
Now, yeah, to find a home. So like, I think it's not, well, it can promote the artist in these ways. Obviously, if someone's coming in who's not privy to an open mic and not a performer, they're going to get, entranced by whatever performances are there, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? And granted, this is all hypothetical, but what does it do for the artist? Now, it does connect you with new people. Like, back to, I mean, it's all arbitrary, so it's kind of like hard to even articulate it sometimes. But I think about it in the sense of like, if I'm not an artist going to this open mic festival, because I'm, like you said, people are fans of the art, like fans of creatives and things like that. If I'm not an artist going to this thing, I get to see so many different types of artists, from all different types of planes, and I know where their home is. So it's like, if I do want to see this artist again, now I know where they frequent, like, or in that case, because I think we, as artists, we do frequent the same open mics, why not? You know what I'm saying? And some people spread apart, it's all good. But as a user, you get to figure out what that space is in that realm, maybe.
So that's fair for the fan of artists, right? Sure. But I was asking you about the probable fact that this thing is going to draw a large audience of artists, which is the latter in accessibility. Like, at least from the premise we've accepted that we started this on. So that's what I was asking. What was the value for them? You're saying the value for them is the peppering of a few extra people.
Sure. I mean, sure. In this hypothetical vacuum, I think that that's part of it. I mean, you can make more of it for yourself. I think that's just the entry based on the idea of a festival. Yeah, there's some peppering. There's some peppering there.
You walk me right to my next question.
Yeah, sure.
How do you get value out of, like, your show performances, right? Because obviously sometimes you can get paid for shows. Obviously, that's a thing. And then sometimes you do stuff because there's something else you want out of it.
Sure.
And then when you do that, like, what is your, I guess, your return system? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Your
I go out
ROI.
into the world with this musical net,
Sure.
right? And I throw it out. What's the process of keeping things in that net? How do you refine the mesh of the net?
So I'm a fan of the 80-20 rule. And I know what it is. For those who don't know, you need 20% of your market to consume 80% of your product in order to be solid, to say the least, in layman's terms. So I think that going in with the 80-20 rule, in that case, there's always going to be some value there. What you create from that value, I think experience is what it comes from. People come, like I think you mentioned before, people like what they like. Now you have to give them something to like. And I think a lot of entities do it well, and my mission is always to give somebody something that they like, but also something different. Now, different is a tethering line because people are scared of different. But even if they like it, they're afraid of it. They're like, oh, I don't want to be the first one to say I'm out here jumping out and I'm different. But I think there's ideas that I have. Obviously, going to be need help on them, but there's ideas that I have and things I've written down and plans that are ready to be executed. They can provide a different experience for a user, and I think that's where a lot of my value kind of aids in. I think I bring in a lot of differences in comparison to like my peers or anything like that. So that's where my added value comes in.
Got you. So that's the value, right? But how do you keep it?
You rinse, repeat, rinse and repeat. And I know like that can be a toll on the physical, but you rinse and repeat that.
No, I'm saying I'm at your show.
Sure.
All right. Well, I'm not even at your show. I'm at a show.
Okay.
You happen to be on it.
Okay.
I like Who's Lows.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make sure that you don't lose me?
Well, I'm touchable, like right now. You know what I'm saying? As right now, where I'm at right now, I'm very approachable. I'm touchable. But not in that, for anybody's asking, not in that way. But the point being is that
That's kinky.
and it could get dangerous for some. But the point being is that no shit. The point being is that it's just that I've been building in connections, man. Figuring out, like I said, I'm a big research head, so figuring out what is gonna keep you there. And that's what I would do. Like, that's what I do personally. I'm making connections with people. Like, I'm talking to folks. I am, just figuring out what their persona is and you matching my product to their persona.
Does that ever spread you thin? It's a lot of personas.
Yeah, but it hasn't spread me thin before, but I've learned how to bring them together so that it makes it easier for me.
Got you. So now I'm going back to the project.
Sure.
Yes.
Tim, 13 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I believe is it 36 minutes? Or was it 39?
I don't know off the top of my head.
It's 36 or 39 minutes.
It's in the baseline pocket.
It's in the baseline pocket.
I just know that part.
Was that some of your coaching?
That's an interesting question. For the most part, I don't think we cut too many songs. I think that was the goal going into it in the first place, to get into that 10. I think it was 10 to 12, and then we added the last song, so to make it 13. But it's still not a project that's gonna consume like an hour of your time, because we know people don't have the attention spans for that.
Yeah.
Why y'all ain't give us the last one as a bonus track? The deluxe.
Because of deluxe, I think that we have if we wanted to put out deluxe, I think we could do that, and like with songs that we just recorded but we weren't selected for the album.
There's some songs I heard that didn't get on the album.
Yeah.
With some cool features and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Y'all had some music.
Yeah, we gotta finalize some things. There's some I's and some T's that need some punctuation.
Yeah, that's true.
I's and T's.
Yeah.
We won't have that conversation. Wait, was that voicemail when I was trying to get to you about that?
About another topic.
The topic that we're not going to talk about?
Maybe, possibly.
I think so.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That voicemail's hilarious, by the way. Have you heard the voicemail?
No, I just know the situation.
So you got any more questions? I mean, you was there. You probably should have had a better question.
Talk to me, man.
No, I mean, you guys are having a riveting conversation.
Riveting.
Yes. See, like how I said
Spell
that,
it.
right? Riveting. R-I.
That's classic.
I just needed to do it one time, man. Hey, man, I love it.
I mean, but yeah, so
He didn't spell it either.
I can spell it, I think. Riveting. R-I-V. I'm gonna go E-double-T-I-N-G.
That is incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
That's fine.
It's close.
T, brother.
It's close. If I'm only off by one T, that's fine. My phone will correct it for me.
Facts.
That's the problem with you kids.
Well, I'm sorry that we're taking advantage of technology.
I don't know how to spell anything.
Proactivity.
I'm sorry to use a typewriter when I was growing
All
up.
y'all know how to spell is Google.
I mean, that's honestly one of the most important words.
That is very important.
And one of the largest numbers in existence to count. 1 plus 100 zeros behind it.
Yeah, That's my favorite.
Oh, so I was a tee off. That's crazy. But yeah. So I would say, what is your biggest takeaway from the whole process of creating I Swear I'm Not in the Trap? Because we did run into some hiccups. So we did pivot, I think, to the best of our ability, which I appreciate. But like, what was the biggest takeaway that you got from it?
I think one of the biggest takeaways, and one I was really focused on with this project, is the how important the team is. You know, regardless of the music, regardless of any type of marketing, anything like that, just how important the team is. I think that just having you and the other folks, Ellis Parker, Jake, Kim, anybody who was helping me along this process, and even complimenting your words that we had and sharing things like that, it definitely made it easier. So that for my job, which is focus on the lyrics, focus on the delivery of the music, became easier. So that was super important. And of course, like just any other artist, like the stories, right? I mean, the raps are amazing. So like, I wanted to keep that momentum going, coming off of Better Yet, coming off No Better Than Now, and just reminding folks that like, not even reminding myself that like, it's out here. I'm out here. And I Swear Not in the Trap was one of the greatest titles that I can, muster. And
it's a great name.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah. Isn't it? It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. Also, big shout out to Ellis. He was phenomenal.
Hell yeah.
Engineering the project. And
Ethos Animus on I think Instagram and things like that. But yeah, Ellis Parker for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Tim.
Yes.
Do you have any half of bars?
Oh, I have several half of bars.
Ra, hit the button.
So we gotta get it where the screen actually shows. When I hit tab, I can't see the abs,
What are you doing?
and it throws me off.
It's you.
Sounds like operator error.
Hey man, shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribing to this. You know what I'm saying? Cause we live.
You only get half a bar.
I heard Slick Nerd Pro was stealing money from a charity that refurbishes peg legs. What the fuck?
What?
What is going on? Y'all are out of control.
Oh, man, that 2 reviews crowd is infiltrating our sacred ground.
I love it.
We putting niggas in timeout over here. For real.
They going off.
T5.
This is insanity.
My first half a bar.
Did you find the button, son?
He already played it.
Oh, he did. My bad.
You was reading comments.
I was.
The Washington Wizards, man. We gotta. I wanna defund the Washington Wizards.
You want to defund the
That's
Washington
fucking crazy.
Wizards because they lost the game?
No. They didn't just lose a game.
Talk about your man.
Daniel Gafford is honestly one of the worst centers in the NBA right now. It doesn't make sense. You get 20 minutes on the court. You're 7 feet tall, and you average 2 rebounds a game.
Yes.
No, I need more.
To turn that man to a flyer for
what do you
Rose
want him
Bar.
to do?
I want him to box out.
You want him to box out? That's crazy. Are you
He's
asking
the one
for
that's
that?
crazy.
Are you asking for that?
I want him to grab a rebound, like go with 2 hands
Bro,
and grab the rebound.
who do you think you signed up for?
Man, this is all I know, and I think that's a problem. I think I need to get off the narcotic, but yeah, man. The Wizards. Not only my Daniel Gafford gripe, Johnny Davis, terrible first round pick by Tommy.
Unacceptable. Despicable.
Bro, he's getting cooked in the G League right now.
Wow.
And he was number 10 overall. Thank you, Rosa. Can I get one too? Thank you.
Don't give him the freezer joint.
Yeah, and also like we lost to the Brooklyn Nets. We lost to the Brooklyn Nets by like 50. And like they're like one of the worst teams in the NBA right now. And like it just didn't make sense. Like I don't understand it. But I don't get it. I thought getting rid of Scott Brooks would just alleviate all my problems, and like it just made it worse. So defund the Washington Wizards. That's my political platform.
That's your political platform?
Yeah, I'm running off that.
Hit the button one more time. No, not that one. Not that one. The half a bar button, bro.
You only get half a bar.
I got one.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all please not vote for Muriel Bowser tomorrow?
Yeah, she asking for that 3-peat, man.
Can y'all please not vote for Muriel Bowers in the mall?
Back to back to back to back.
Okay. You can hit the button again.
You only get half a bar.
Tim, it's your turn.
We got our live golf update. The season finale took place Halloween weekend in Miami. That was crisp. I saw it. Yeah, season finale took place in in Miami. At funny enough, is at your boy Trump's course.
Trumpito.
Yeah.
His cemetery.
Yeah, man,
It's not a course. It's a cemetery.
Dog, the fact that his ex-wife is buried
Why is that allowed?
Legal.
on the first it's like the first tee too, like, so you walk up to go start your round and this nigga's ex-wife.
My wife.
Yeah, wild boy. But yeah, so I think we touched on this last time, last episode. Dustin Johnson, he won the player of the year for the Live Golf Tour. And his team, so what they do is they have like 12 teams of 4, right? And so they compete. It's like you do individual, but you also have like your team score. So his team ended up winning the team competition for the year as well. So they were it was like, so the top half was really competitive, but that's also with any league as well. Like the top half really competitive, the bottom half is just fuck offs. But
Heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah.
Fuck off.
but yeah, so
Fuck off.
I think it was a good inaugural year for the Live Golf Tour.
I'm proud of these guys. I want some Live Golf merch. I want like a coach's jacket.
They have merch online.
Sweet.
Like that ass. We should get the Lettermans.
Mm-hmm.
Or some shit.
I don't think they're Lettermans. I think they're pullovers. There's not really too many Lettermans in the golf game.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I mean, well, it's not functional for real.
They don't have to wear it on the course.
I mean, but you just want, okay, we could actually, you know what, we could start our own.
They're not golfing in the green jacket either.
But
That's a
everybody,
good
you can't
point.
buy a green jacket.
Hey, that's a clubhouse fit. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't.
Yeah, it's after I'm done, boy.
You can't. But you could just buy a green jacket. You can just go get one willy nilly. You just drive down to Augusta. And go
You
get
were
one.
talking about the functionality of a garment that's within the game.
But you have to win one of those. You can't just buy it.
I can't buy that particular green jacket, but the green jacket exists. You can buy a blazer anywhere.
Okay, go.
Nobody's golfing in blazers, is what I'm saying.
Actually, they used to.
Currently, Tim.
No,
Arnold Palmer.
niggas wear hoodies now.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about niggas that died before he was born? What the fuck are you talking about? You only seen pictures. Those might be fake. That's Photoshop.
Photoshop. I hate
The only reason why niggas know who Arnold Palmer is because of Arizona.
Because
team.
of Arizona.
You hear
No,
me?
absolutely not. I ain't gonna cap.
That's
Okay.
not. You knew about Arnold Palmer before the team?
Oh no.
Yeah, I about to say. I thought you saw him at a gas station like me.
No.
You got another half a ball?
The Jets won, but that's.
Oh man.
My-
Are you
so-
rich?
You
Are
only
you rich?
get half
I
a
saw some
bar.
insight. Are you rich from that?
Yeah, I
I'm
made some
having
money.
issues because the song I wanted to play, I don't think she put it out for real. She just pump faking.
Yeah, but no, I did win some good money this weekend.
That's all right. My man said he's going on a whim, and I was scared for him, but I saw the results of that, and
I mean, it wasn't nothing I couldn't bounce back from. Look, if I would have lost that, all I had to do was just go put on my Dasher app and just go dash for like 2 hours. Ain't nothing crazy.
okay.
But it was a good risk reward.
Great.
Damn. I really can't find the song, son.
Terrible.
This shit is fucked up.
Okay, cool.
You got something?
I could play 2 if you want.
Oh, look at him. Send it to Rob.
Oh, did we? Are we gonna talk about Drake?
Oh yeah, Drake dropped some music. Was that Mint Monday?
No, it was actually Ye Ali.
So what we doing?
I didn't know we had time for it.
We could do both. Probably. We're
All right, cool. But Ye Ali, he dropped the title.
Nah, wait a minute. Can I get an air horn? We're not doing this.
I was trying to be efficient.
What are we doing? This is Mid Monday.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I'm
It's your time to shine.
It's riveting.
All right.
It's riveting.
With 1 T or 2?
One.
All right.
All right, we got new cameras in here. Can you give us some energy? Some little
sorry,
something.
I was multitasking. I'm not good at this. But yeah. Is this a better better volume? But yeah, so Ye Ali, he dropped a project called Private Suite 4, the mixtape. I spoke about Yaley before on this show. I think he's an incredible writer. He writes for some of your favorite R&B artists, such
Like
as
who?
Chris Brown.
Ooh.
Damn, what's no Joe? He has a couple Joe features.
Like Ballhead Joe?
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. Yeah. It's just he's a good writer, and he also makes great music. And I like how I was introduced to him because, he put out a project, and it was like, shout out to the title because it was suggested to me, and I ended up following him on Twitter, and he said, my whole thing with making music is making music women could get ready to.
Get ready to specifically.
Yeah, like
I understand what he said. I was just making
Okay.
sure I heard you.
yeah, like when they're about to go out to the club.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm just elaborating. But yeah. Damn, my phone locked. But yeah, I think it's a really good project. He has Manny Wells on there. He has
Manny Wells.
I think his name is Jahkoy, Jahkoy. Whenever they link up together, it's a super dope song. But yeah, 17 tracks, 47 minutes, a little outside the baseline pocket, but it's still a good listen. Yeah, just have an artisanal woman with you when you listen to it.
Don't be alone. You gonna feel away.
You're gonna send some text, I feel like.
Oh, that might be a vibe too.
Yeah.
Born Sunday, your football team already lost.
Remember that 80-20 rule, y'all.
Just send it on. Just send it.
Just
Send it.
Remember that 80-20 rule.
The worst thing you can do is, worst thing that can happen is they can say no.
I mean, she probably gonna say no. I don't know if your delivery gonna be swift.
Okay. All right.
Yo, what's the worst pickup line you ever tried?
That's a good one. I had to think about it.
I'm gonna say I'm kind of shooting high from the field.
Are those Tic Tacs in your shirt? Or are you just happy to see me?
Okay. All right. What's yours? I'm trying to think. Because I know I have some bad ones. But, like, I need to figure out what was the worst.
I don't know about the worst. That's just the first one that came to mind.
Okay.
What was yours, Mr. Capo?
I definitely asked the chick if she wanted some pancakes.
That's the line.
Yeah, it just wasn't good.
I feel you.
What are you,
But it was
Prince?
but it was open. It was open enough to, like, you know.
That was the whole line. Do you want some
You
pancakes?
want some
Like,
pancakes?
yeah, you want some pancakes?
What are you, Prince, after a game of basketball? Like,
It jive worked, but like it wasn't good.
It wasn't. You knew that wasn't your best. Your
I was
best
like,
work.
Were you not expecting it to go that far?
I think I was just out of steam for the night. That was all I had.
you were running on fumes.
We had been outside for a while that night. We was acting up.
The whiskey was.
He's like, look, I'm making pancakes. What's up?
I was like, I'm about to get pancakes.
Work with
the
me.
only way I'm even dealing with another woman tonight.
You want to get these
is
ones?
if you want some pancakes.
Did
too.
you ask her, like, what type? Did she want IHOP?
That's a lot.
She want Aunt Jemima? Hungry Jack? Like, did she get an
Nah,
option?
we was gonna go get pancakes. You're not coming to the crib for pancakes. You crazy?
I mean, Prince did it.
I'm not Prince, nigga.
I could tell.
Prince got security.
Somebody carrying that nigga, yo.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? ATP, I'm saying, but it worked.
But
it worked though. Listen, it worked. So can we get the new music? Are we done with half bars, or was there something? Oh no, you wanted to talk about Drake.
Yeah. How'd you feel about that album?
It's alright, cause there's a lot I like and a lot I don't like.
I feel the same way. I think it was okay.
There's always one song on the Drake album that I'm like, this is insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that for you?
The joint when he was talking to Serena Williams' husband.
Oh, that's yeah.
Called that nigga a groupie. That shit was so disrespectful.
Literally just middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, left that nigga in the middle of the middle of the ocean. He's a buoy.
Like he just
He's a boy, not
he
a boy.
just went insane on that joint to me. I ain't like it. I didn't. It's boring. It's boring. It's the.
It was the caucus of, it came from the highest of the caucus of the mountain.
I know, but it's Drake. I just feel like because it was Drake, that wasn't enough.
I feel you. You should have cut it a little bit.
Well,
Cut a
just
little.
that and like
It's sensitive when you talking about Drake. He's black
He's-
and Jewish.
he still don't
Gotta.
he might have more money than Drake. But when he say shit, it don't cut through like Drake.
Yeah.
Like that Drake song is going to always be there like that.
Yo,
That shit is always gonna
He's
be
made
there.
you a staple of current culture.
So what's he supposed to do? I'm confused. Like, what's he supposed to do?
I don't like
Send a picture of Serena.
hostile takeover of a company that Drake is signed to.
send a picture of Serena.
Just fucking buy the Raptors. Just say fuck it.
Do some
Yeah,
wild
buy
shit.
the Raptors.
Like
yeah.
go own that nigga.
Go buy the Toronto Raptors.
That's what you supposed to do. If you playing with B's and he got a B, that's what you do.
You go trademark the
You
color
go buy the
black
company
and gold.
that's paying him.
A lot of people thought her
Oh.
was just some random white guy.
Nah, that's not it. That nigga.
No, I know he really out here.
Yeah.
But like that man don't have the voice Drake has. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake can win this just off of
The voice.
amplification.
That's valid.
Oh, one more, very quick one.
Jeez, we're barred up.
Yeah.
You only get half a bar.
Something in the water went back to Virginia Beach.
Thank God.
Yeah, get them out of here.
That's not why I said that.
Already
Jesus
promoting,
Christ. I do
too.
not. Hey, this is Cavo here. I do not condone that message.
I just
not what I was saying.
No, it's honest. Like, honestly though, because like it was like set up festival wise, it was honestly one of the worst ones I've been to.
I just think it belongs in Virginia Beach. I don't have anything to do with your poor experience at the one in DC. I'm sorry, but I am not just going to shit on those people the way that you just tried to make it sound like I was because you had a bad experience.
Yeah.
I was not there.
But shout out to Others Coffee for the tickets. I
Shout out
appreciate
to Others
them.
Coffee for sure.
Hey.
Great coffee. From Ghana.
Brain, Ava, love y'all.
From Ghana.
And the baby's getting so big, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Talk about babies. Okay, let's move. Let's
All
move
right.
this.
Yeah. So, okay. Cool.
It's
We
not the
could
baby cast. It's the baseline.
we could exit out of half a bar now.
All right. We're out of here, Raw. Hit the air horn, brother. All right, new music time. I airdropped a song over there, buddy. So this is a sneaky leak. This song is going to hit streaming probably in like the next 7 days. This is Solo, Big Solo Ho. The track is called "The Only Child." She posted this the other day. I'm scrolling my timeline, not looking at what I'm whose shit I'm looking at. I'm just scrolling whatever's there. I'm just looking at shit. And the cover for the song popped up, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, this look familiar. What is this? And then I scrolled up a little bit and I was like, oh, it's Solo. And I was like, nigga, you did this cover like a year ago.
I'm dead.
And I was like, damn, it's been that long. Like the way shit been moving, I thought this song had already came out and she was just saying something about it again. And then I was like, wait, she never it was a complete reset of thought process. Besides the fact that I forgot I did this cover because she's had it that long.
Wow.
So I'm happy that she's finally released the song. This is Solo. The track is called "The Only Child." Let's get it. I think.
When I saw that, what you commented there, I was like, that man worked so hard, he forgets some shit.
Hey, cook it up, jump. Cook it up, jump.
Hey TP, that's fire. Are you a parking ticket? Cause you got fine written all over
Blessed
you.
child, blessed parents, blessed house, but still I let all these demons tell me I was left out. Then it gets wild. I took that and pressed down, and tearing all through my skin. I thought I almost bled out. It's a stretch now, just for me to get out. Feeling distant from my daddy and my mama stressed. I feel like a letdown, cause you did your best. Wow, I try to search for a reason just to be upset. Wow, I'm a mess now. Learning to appreciate it. Cause I know one day that it's gonna have to leave. They could never be replacements. Bring this back to me. Never wanted for nothing, forever was straight. I know that you're doing whatever it takes. I didn't get it when I was a youngin', but I'm understanding it better today. All of the work, all of the time, you did what you did, whatever the case. All of the hurt, all of the crying, only thing keep it together is faith. And I feel I've squandered away the very specific thing that I was told. Never to waste. And I wish that I could turn back time and show you how much I appreciate it. All the lost time, petty arguments cross lines. Somebody would question this, we say we all are just all fine. These is all ties, you know where my heart lies. Trying to figure all of it out, but I'm having a hard time. There's a scar in mine, I was trapped in a dark bind. But I did this all to myself because I remember y'all trying. Now I'm drawing rhymes. That's all that I got so far, but like I said, bitch, it's a hit dog. Yeah, that's all I got right now.
We already did that again.
All right, that was
Um,
Big Solo Ho. You already know what the fuck going on.
is my Bluetooth on?
Sorry, that was a little aggressive.
It's up to you.
That was Solo. You also probably can't find her by Big Solo Ho. You already know what the fuck going on. It's just Solo, and the song is not out yet. That song is called "The Only Child." Shout out to Solo letting me do the cover art on that. I had fun with it.
If I text it to you, would it?
Text it to me.
Yeah, but when it show up on your laptop,
It should.
Yeah, because your AirDrop's not showing up. Right
It is showing you. I just airdropped to it.
But I said to me on my device.
You're a nasty man.
I'm not nasty at all. Don't call me that.
There's something wrong with your phone. It's nasty. Did you text it?
Yeah, I just sent it.
Rosa, did you get that file?
It's a title link.
Oh, I don't even know if my title will do it. I think I turned my title off.
Jesus.
Had to turn it off, man. It's paying for too many streaming services that I wasn't using.
Oh, so you left me on an island? On the
No,
title?
I still believe in Tidal, but I can't keep paying for Tidal and Apple Music
Okay, that's fair.
because I'm paying for like a whole family plan on Apple. It's not just like a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shit going on my Apple side that I'm just like, okay, look, this is enough.
It's fine. I'll keep the brand
I don't
going.
actually have to have two.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Did you get
We
that file
loaded
from
up.
Tim?
Yeah, we loaded up.
All right, let's get it. Tim, can you introduce the song?
Yes, this is off of Rome Street's project.
Please don't knock your cup over.
It's empty. It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's called "Kiss the Ring."
You got to be careful.
Thank you. But the song is entitled "Armed and Dangerous." It's Rome
Are
Street.
you feeling wobbly?
Feeling what? Anyway, the song
He was
is
supposed to ignore me the whole time. He just committed. I was like, no, just let me talk shit.
the song is called "Armed and Dangerous" by Rome Streets featuring Armani Caesar.
Armani Caesar's on that thing? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about to be hard. All right, y'all put y'all helmets on. Let's get it.
Helmets.
They about to drop bars.
Oh, you're listening to music.
Hey yo, she looked me in my eyes when she sucking it. Told her I would never trust another bitch. Give her all the hundreds in the money clip. By my side, been there through a ton of shit. Back of cop cars, going with me to serve summer sniff. Wow shit, like Griselda and Charles Cosby. Screaming the world as I was blowing weed out the Mozzie. My partner in crime down to plot the robbery. Head to Houston if I ever catch a body. I came up on a sweet jug. When it's over, I promise that we all be godly. As you can see, I ain't let nothing stop me. I got the guard glow, them other guys garbage and they carbon copies. I'm making them sick as fuck regardless, they gotta watch me. You know the vibes be, got this shit in the bag, it's cleared like HDMI pictures on widescreen. Till you're safe, we got the drop like Visine. We taking everything that's inside clean. Yo, love is just a four-letter word like fuck. But what the fuck is love with no trust? Everything is lit, we both see dollar signs every time that we fuck. If I'm the gunner, she the clip, we armed and dangerous. Love is just a four-letter word like fuck. But what the fuck is love with no trust? Everything is lit, we both see dollar signs every time that we fuck. If she the gun and I'm the clip, we armed and dangerous.
To you I give my trust. Don't usually give a fuck. The only nigga I could say I ever really love. Damn that pussy drug. And all he do is OD. My code D, living the sweet life, Zach and Code D. Looking like a snack, but baby, this is so food. Put me on my back and lay me like this is Pro Tools. Ain't no dude, make me feel the way that you do. Plenty niggas try to holler, but don't do what you do. You flower me, you love me and you empower me. You be having me dripping, soaking wet just like the shower. Know what it is? It's fuck the world and we both gon' get our shit off. It ain't your money, it's the energy you give off. You treat me like your princess, but still make me feel like big dog. A big boss, keep that same energy with my wig off. We armed and dangerous, y'all know not to play with us. Me and my girls were queens and only them kings to lay with us. Love is just a four-letter word like fuck. But what the fuck is love with no trust? Everything is lit, we both see dollar signs every time that we fuck. If I'm the gun, then you the clip, we armed and dangerous. Love is just a four-letter word like fuck. But what the fuck is love with no trust? Everything is lit, we both see dollar signs every time that we fuck. If I'm the gun, then you the clip, we armed and dangerous. Trust.
Yes, sir. Timothy, one more time, what was that?
Armed and Dangerous, Rome Streets featuring Armani Caesar, off the project called Kiss the Ring.
Okay, we got two more.
Mm-hmm.
Two more for your head tops.
Yes, sir.
Los,
What's good, man?
give me something off the project, man. Let them know what it is.
All right. I'm gonna hit you guys with something new this time. From the project, I Swear I'm Down the Trap is out everywhere right now.
Can I get an air horn on that?
Oh yeah, yes sir. This track we're gonna hear right now is something for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know it came late in the project, but I hope you guys get to hear it this time. It's called If You Wanna. It's from I Swear I'm Down the Trap. I think it's track number 9 or so. Get into that if you wanna.
Let's get it.
Sweet perfume, smell like Dolce Gabbana. Small tattoos that you hide as designer. But you a good girl, you can vibe if you wanna. If you wanna, if you wanna. Sweet perfume, smell like Dolce Gabbana. Small tattoos that you hide as designer. But you a good girl, you can vibe if you wanna. If you wanna, if you wanna. Red bottom hill girl, say that conflicts. Accent, granite face, God, what's next? Put your card away, don't worry about that check. You say I'm arrogant, you better get a complex. Cause you the type of chick like yes, Mark 2, baby, we was written in the stars. Jameson and ginger getting mixy at the bar. Living large, like there's no tomorrow in your sweet perfume, smell like Dolce Gabbana. Small tattoos that you hide a designer. But you a good girl, you can vibe if you wanna. If you wanna, if you wanna. Sweet perfume, smell like Dolce Gabbana. Small tattoos that you hide a designer. But you a good girl, you can vibe if you wanna. If you wanna, if you wanna. And she wanna, that's a bet, ayy. Call up the gang and I'll be ready in a sec. On time, she never upset. French tippy couple, take it, finna break a nigga neck. See, I'm the type of guy who want you to have it all, ayy. Took her out shopping and she try to cut them all. She addicted to all my foreign cologne. But in my eyes, you can never do no wrong. You the type of chick like yes, Mark 2, baby, we was written in the stars. Fuck a crying baby, told him keep it on the rocks. Hey. Living large, like there's no tomorrow in your sweet perfume, smell like Dolce Gabbana. Small tattoos that you hide a designer. But you a good girl, you can vibe if you wanna. If you wanna, if you wanna. Sweet perfume, smell like Dolce Gabbana. Small tattoos that you hide a designer. But you a good girl, you can vibe if you wanna. If you wanna, if you wanna. Down if you done, girl, let's go. Sure. If you wanna, if you wanna. I'm down if you done, girl, let's go. If you wanna, if you wanna. Down if you done, girl, let's go. I'm down if you done, girl, let's go. Sweet perfumes, but I don't check up on it. Small tattoos that you hide is designer. But you a good girl, you can vibe.
Yes, sir. Who's Los? If you wanna.
Yes, sir. If you wanna, out everywhere. I Swear I'm Down the Trap, out everywhere. Produced by Stoic Beats and mixed and mastered by Ellis Parker, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir. Well, I had one more in the clip, man. This is out the vault. This is my good man K900. Shout out to my brother. Can you drop that for me one time for the one time?
K9.
Leaders joint is called Untitled.
Yeah. One time.
Little TW exclusive.
Yeah. Keep going and going and going, you know what I'm saying? Niggas try to stop it, but they can't. Yeah. Hey, top notch, boy, I been a chief. Niggas hate me like we been in beef. Suckers only beneficial when they find you beneficial. Shortly after you find out what's really underneath. It's how it go down in these gritty streets. Same shit go with the rap game. Niggas rap hard, but they act lame. Off the top,
I tell her miss me, you could cut out all the cap, man. I hear lines that make me question shit from way back, man. Never seen you sell a nick, let alone sell a brick. Used to buy your dimes from me, now you claim you money Mitch. Shit, stop with all that big money shit. That gimmick got you out here looking like you funny money grip. You owe me money here, that's why money trip. I ain't tripping though. Pray on my downfall, but I ain't slipping though. Tell them suckers keep it straight up. They walking pigeon-toed. Give them all a fine line to walk. Bet you see who your folks. Fuck the dash, I bet they do the most. And if they win, I bet I do the toast. That's real shit. Yeah, peace and all success. Matter of fact, remain blessed. 900. It's real nigga shit, nigga. Every nigga that was round me, that ain't round me, I still wanna see you prosper, nigga. That's how solid it is over on this side. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be built like me. I'm just letting you know where I'm coming from. Yeah. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. I'd rather live enormous than live dormant. That's how we on it. Fuck shit, a nigga really can't condone it. Might last you for a second, but don't get lost in the moment. Paparazzi flashed at me, them cameras watching. I'm going in like mom's called and I ain't have an option. When they don't know, they get the pocket watching. Do it with me. You floating up shit's creek, and I ain't talking Dawson. Leave these niggas with the blues, and I ain't talking Slauson. They hate to see you doing good, so bitch, I'm doing awesome. See a nigga flossing. Bag on a nigga, I'm just trying to get my portion. Every time I get my last, some suckers want some more shit. Got me questioning shit, is this friendship or extortion? But peace and all success. Shit, matter of fact, remain blessed. 900, nigga. Yeah. Dig that? Hey, I said they pray and pray on my down. I said they pray and pray on my down. Come on. Yeah. One time. Hey, I said they pray and pray on my down. I said they pray and pray on my down. Come on. Think I'm tripping.
Good man, K900. Yeah.
It's a lot of zeros after that 9.
Oh, I gotta put that drop.
Yeah, that's hard.
It's a lot of zeros after that 9. Yes, sir. All right, y'all, man. This has been the Baseline Podcast, episode 210. Spin a bin. Nah, we don't do that. I'm your host, as always, Capo. To the left of me is none other than my good man in Young Mitchell We Trust. The second Mo and 2 Mo's for it and a yo.
2 Mo's for a yo would be funny, but
that's crazy. That's a different show.
That's an age restricted show. But yeah. What's going on this week? We got some stuff.
Oh shit, yeah. Let me get y'all a little housekeeping real quick. Today is Monday.
Yes.
All right, so we did the Baseline Podcast. This is wrapping up. Tomorrow we're doing the Gymcast. No 2 reviews. There are some things that need to be addressed. And at this point, I think on a regular basis.
Are y'all taking names? And
no, not that way. Not in that way. Just like, so there's a lot of information that's, in like me and nature's brain, right? That would be advantageous to artists that we can't give them at shows.
That's fair.
Because we're functioning the show. And I got a feeling that no matter how big open gym gets, no matter how many more people we get involved, we're not going to be in a headspace at a show to give niggas this information, right? So we're going to try to make it like a monthly podcast where we just sit down and answer some questions, explain what's going on in the stratosphere, keep it, you know what I'm saying? Keep it light, keep it fun, but definitely give people some added information, right? So tomorrow we're gonna cover the biggest open gym ever, what that looks like, what that process is like, why that show is important. We're gonna talk about show curation as a whole. And then we're gonna open it up to questions because when we did the DC Music Summit, we definitely didn't have enough time for questions, and we probably could have done another hour on questions. Like they wrapped us up out of there appropriately. Like we had definitely gone over time and everything. Like, but it was just a lot of questions, and we want to give information. So I feel like a monthly pod gives us a space to do that. And we're gonna pilot it tomorrow and see what happens and go from there. I mean, if it's information that people like, then that would lead to us doing more. But we just want to provide information from the other side. You know what I mean? Like of seeing how things work. You know what I'm saying?
That's valid.
And being people that function things. We can say, hey, look, this I get what you're saying. This is how it actually happens.
Yeah, creating that transparency for sure.
Yeah. So some transparency, not only on what like just the show world is in general, but also on what we're doing and what we're trying to do and what our efforts are for. Because often we get messages that I think misconstrue that, and the purity of why we even give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's definitely because it's for artists. Like it's not for personal gain. So we want to just clear the air on some shit and keep the communication line open. And I think by providing that open space, at least on a once a month basis, we can do that. Heavy on the Q&A, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. Two reviews, Wi-Fi connection. Wow. That's crazy. But yeah, so tomorrow, 8:00, we going live on the Tube of You for the inaugural Gymcast. This is episode 1, Me and Nature. Let's see. Friday, we at Songbird 11 to 2, the Impact Party, TDE and Dreamville. Who impacts you more? Pull up and come show out. It's a dance party. We just looking to vibe and have a good time. There are no performances, so if you're looking to get on the stage, relax. We're having a good time. This is the joint you invite your lady friends to, your homies, your crew, your gang, the clique, whatever you call them. This is that one. All right, pull up on us Friday, 11 to 2. We at Songbird. It's free. Just RSVP. All you gotta do is come to the site, RSVP. Super simple. And even if you don't want to,
it's what?
You don't even.
It's what?
No.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. Not only is it free, but also all you have to do is text us to get the RSVP and be in there. And I believe the phone number is on the flyer that I designed, so I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Players fuck up too.
That's true too. Now, after the 11th at Songbird, we're back on the 21st. Open gym. This will be the pilot of the lottery system. So for those that are looking to pull up in December on the 17th and play their luck on getting on that Fillmore stage, this will be the pilot, so you can see how it moves, how it feel, attempted how it will function. I'm not gonna say feel. That sounds crazy.
It was getting wild sensual.
Yeah. Little bro, I appreciate you. You made sure I was up to par.
Yeah, man. He just left Philly, so he in that mindset. That's his problem. He just left Philly. But yeah, nah.
We're not gonna talk about how you left the party on the night.
The what?
You was the housewarming.
Oh yeah.
Why did you leave, Tim?
Oh, I went to a game night. I mean, I told you that there. I don't understand why.
I feel like I was told that it was a little deeper than rap.
Okay, you got the slippers, make fun of everything version.
So it's when it's make fun of you is the make fun of everything version.
No, he makes fun of everything. I tell him all the time. He's not funny. It's consistent across the board.
All right, can we wrap the show up? I was saying bye.
Yeah.
I'm Capo. You're Young Mitchell.
Hold on, wait.
Who is most fitted? Yes. It's hot up in here. Hey, yo.
Hey, man, we got to get these 2 reviews niggas out of here.
No, we don't. They're great.
I'm putting them in timeout.
Who's most fitted? It's my fitted. It's my fitted.
That nigga's That nigga's
I love
insane,
it,
bro.
I love it.
And
Yo, get that
you
man
guys,
a contract, yo.
You guys are not praying. I know you.
No, we pray.
Get that man a contract.
We pray.
Man.
To whom?
Man, I'm gonna
Our
go get
respective gods.
respectively.
Respective.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully.
Do you hold hands? Kumbaya.
Across the bed.
Okay. like like the episode of King of the Hill.
Like, like we about to pull a chopper from out the mattress because them niggas is at the door. But first we pray.
Okay. All right. For protection, for safety.
Nah, for them.
For them, for the top odds.
Because they know not what they've done.
Okay.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Reverend Coppage here. But all right.
Turtleneck Tim.
I'm tight on your head. You feel me?
No,
man. This is fitted.
No. I don't.
We're not gonna spend the rest of the show responding to the comments.
We don't do that.
Tim,
my haters.
I keep saying this. I'm Capo. To the left of me is Young Mitchell.
Yes, that is me. Go Jets.
All right. To the left of him is none other than our guest for the night, the good man, whose Los isn't it in all your DSP? It's in your cell phone right now.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's who's Los. That's WHOS apostrophe. Sorry, WHO apostrophe S LOS on everything. I fucked up my own name, but it's who's, man. It's not which one is me. It's him. It's not which one is me. I'm Los. So yeah, thank y'all, man. I appreciate that for it.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And last but certainly not least, the good man behind the cameras, the boards, the everything. My man, Raza Rai.
Yeah, until the good next time, party people.
All right, so I'm Capo for Young Mitchell, Who's Los, Raza Rai, and everybody here at the Hurt Locker, including Captain Louis. Young Mitchell, can you tell them peoples what to do?
Close them doors.
You know it.
Step back, doors closing.
Rockefeller. First dance. J. Lupe. Yeah. And so it seems that I'm sewing jeans, and first and 15 is just a sewing machine. So I cut the pattern and I sew it seams, and buttoning is hustling, and publicly I'm Buddy Lee. There's no busting them and cuffing them. It's like ushering in a regime. They want me to make Prince pants, but I withstand. I ain't gotten into that. A little big in the waist, 2 pocket on the back. Call them Levi's, OGs covered in blue dye. Give them the game, that's like giving chocolate to the fat. Look, how you think I got here? That's the same game that came through where I live as a kid, in the bad luck truck and threw boxes off the back. Made me a ripper, deliver like river. Content a little more thicker, slicker, yeah. And they said oil and water don't mix. Now they all down at the beach washing off the fish. Was Blackbeards till I brought the rock into your ships, yeah. It's my life, everything I do.